Welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by Comfort and Cooking. We're about to bring you this amazing green bean casserole recipe that we're going to take to the next level with a couple of pro tips that you're going to enjoy. But before we get started, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next delicious recipe that we post from Comfort and Cooking. We're going to start off with 3 cloves of garlic. Then next, we're going to start off with a whole onion. We're going to cut this onion in half, and we're going to slice one half, and we're going to dice the other half. Now you're asking me why we're going to slice one half of the onion and dice the other half of the onion. I want you to stick around for the rest of the video so I can show you this green bean recipe and this trick that's going to take this recipe to the next level. Now, we're not going to use the white button mushrooms. We're going to use the Portabella mushrooms. Now, let's get to our green beans. Now, we're going to prep up our green beans, and there's 2 ways to do this. You can snap off one end and then the next, and then peel down the stem and then snap it in half. Whenever I cook this green bean recipe, it reminds me of my father, because he had a garden that basically had everything that you needed within that garden. Yeah, green beans, snap beans, corn, potatoes, squash, anything that you could possibly need was in that garden. Now, you can take 6 green beans and butt them up against your knife, and then you can slice one end, then turn it around and slice the other end, cut it down the middle, and voila, you're done. Now, we have our green beans already washed. Now we have them prepped. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this over to our pot of boiling water. This is a little over a pound, probably about 1.5 pounds of green beans. And we're going to blanch these beans for about 6 to 8 minutes. Now you can make your own judgment, but remember, we're going to finish the cooking process inside the oven. We're going to turn our attention over to our skillet. Now that our skillet is hot, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour our bacon in. Now I pre-cut this bacon. Now, if you want to keep yours whole while you're cooking yours, that's totally fine, whatever is comfortable for you. Because remember, this is Comfort and Cooking, and this is what this channel is all about, being comfortable in your own kitchen. This bacon smells amazing. Now let's check on our beans. Our green beans are coming along great. So we're going to go ahead and turn the heat down. We're going to get this over to our ice bath so we can stop the cooking process. So let's get back over to our cast iron skillet. We're going to take our bacon out on a sheet of paper towel. But all of this flavor that's in the skillet, we're going to use this with our diced onions. Once our diced onions are cooked down and they're translucent, we're going to go in with 2 cups of Portabella mushrooms. Once our mushrooms have sweated down, we're going to go in with our 3 cloves of garlic. And we want to put it in last because we don't want our garlic to burn. This is smelling amazing, and we haven't even got it in the oven yet. Now that our garlic is cooked down, we're going to go ahead and put in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of self-rising flour. This recipe is so easy. Put your cape on and let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Now that we added the rest of the flour, we're going to let this brown, and we're going to cook this sort of like if we was cooking a roux. If you're finding any value out of this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. And once it's browned enough, we're going to go in with 2 cups of chicken broth. And you can use chicken broth or chicken stock. Once we pour this in, we're going to turn our heat up. You're going to see that this is going to start to thicken. Now that process is done, we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Now continue on stirring. You're going to start adding your seasoning. Now I'm going to start with 2 generous pinches of Kosher Salt. And then 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of rosemary, and 1 teaspoon of Providence. Now, if you don't have these seasonings, that's totally okay. We have a substitute that you can use, which is an Italian seasoning. Now, once you have these seasonings in and it starts to thicken more, you're going to add in 1 cup of your heavy cream. Now, once you added the heavy cream, you're just going to keep it moving. Just keep mixing. Once this thickens and it's all mixed properly and it's even, we're going to crack about a teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you're notified on every delicious recipe from this channel called Confident Cooking. Once we're done putting in our black pepper, we're going to go in with that beautiful fresh cooked bacon that we just cooked earlier on. And I want you to give the bacon time enough to cook through the sauce for the green bean casserole. The most important thing to do is to taste the sauce as you're mixing. Now, reason being is you don't want it to be too salty. Now that we're done with that, we're going to turn down the heat and we're going to set our sauce to the side. And this is going to probably need about 1 more pinch of Kosher Salt, and then we're good. Once this mixes in, we're going to set our sauce to the side, and we're going to bring our pot back, pour over our green beans into the pot. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is so it's easier to mix, and we're going to get the sauce and green beans all over the place. Now, we're going to pour that wonderful, amazing sauce that we just made over our green beans, and you should have smelled this. We haven't even got this in the oven yet, and it's smelling good. And trust me, people, this is going to take the flavor up a notch on your green bean casserole recipe. As we're turning this, we want to make sure that we evenly distribute this through all of the green beans. Now, once we done that, remember what I told you we was going to do with the other half of the onion that was going to take this taste to the next level? We're going to put this green bean casserole recipe to bed in a bed of sauteed onions. We're going to lay this across the bottom of the cast iron skillet, and we're going to pour our green bean casserole mix over this bed of onions. And trust me, it's going to take the taste to the next level. This is going to be amazing. Now, once we've poured all of our green bean casserole mix over this bed of onions and we're laid it out evenly, we're going to take a fresh block of Parmesan cheese and we're going to grate it over the top of our green bean casserole. If you want to mix your Parmesan cheese and your green bean casserole mix as you're mixing it, then that's totally fine. Now, we're not only going to have the fresh grated Parmesan cheese, we're going to dust it with Parmesan also. Beautiful. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next delicious recipe from Confident Cooking. Then we're going to grate the rest of that block of Parmesan cheese on top of that. And I'm pretty sure nobody has an argument about more cheese on anything. Now that we're done with that, let's get this over to our oven that's already preheated to 375 degrees. Now, everybody's stove is different, and cooking times will vary. We're going to cook this for about 18 to 20 minutes. Look at here. This smells amazing. Now, Confident Cooking, we done did it again. Look how the Parmesan cheese has melted all over the green beans. I wish you could smell this. This smells amazing. I give this an absolute 10. Make sure that you check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok. This is beautiful. I can't wait to plate this. Look at this cheese pool. Make sure that you leave a comment in the box below and let me know how this recipe turned out for you. This came out amazing. I'm lost for words. This right here is amazing. This tastes great. Not only do we have this amazing melted Parmesan cheese across the top of this green bean casserole, you can add on your crispy onions across the top. as you played it or right now. I want to thank you for your support, your kind words. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following me. And thank you for supporting me. I'm going to see you in the next video. Oh yeah, we did that.